make it neat. Okay. Now, listen. I want to make sure that this was on the recording because I want you to keep this in mind. I'm going to teach you 3 ways to graph a linear equation. We've learned one. That was the table of values, right? We pick 3 x's, plug them into the equation, find out what the y's are, plot those points, and draw a line through them. That's one way to graph it. It's a little long, okay? Today's stuff, this is the second way we're going to graph it, using intercepts. So let's talk about what intercepts are first, okay? It says that an x-intercept is the x-coordinate of a point where a graph crosses the x-axis. So let's look at this. Here's the graph, right? It crosses the x-axis right there at that point. What's the x-coordinate of that point? Can you see it?
0, 3.
Its y is 0. What's its x?
3.
3. So the x-intercept of this graph is 3. X-intercept equals 3. Can you tell me, what do you think, just given that information, what do you think the y-intercept is?
0.
No.
Oh, 2.
It's 2. Where does it cross the y-axis? The y-intercept equals 2. Now, there's an easy way to find out what the intercept is. Let's look at these 2 points. When you look at this first one, the y-intercept, what's its x? Its x is 0, right? When x is 0, it spits out the y-intercept. Let's look at the x-intercept. What's its y? 0. When y is 0, it gives us the x-intercept. When x is 0, it gives us the y-intercept. Okay? So when they give me an equation, I plug in 0 for x, it spits out the y-intercept. I plug in 0 for y, it spits out the x-intercept. I draw dots on those 2 intercepts and draw a line straight through it. Okay? Now, watch. Let's go down here to this first example. Okay? It says find the x-intercept and the y-intercept of the graph of this equation. Now, they didn't ask us to graph it. They just said find the intercepts, right? We may graph it because we probably have some time. It's pretty quick. Okay? But here's the equation. 2x plus 3y is equal to 6. I usually make a little table of values here. You don't need it. And I put a 0 in for x, and I put a 0 in for y. 2 different points. Okay? Now, Clay, if I plug in 0 for x, what does that spit out for me?
If you plug in 0 for x,
2 times 0
that
plus...
will spit out 2.
It'll spit out...
2.
It's going to spit out the number 2? This just goes away, doesn't it?
Right, and it's just 3 times 2, which is...
Divide by 3, and y is equal to 2. But what is that? This point is the...
that would be the x-intercept. No.
It's going to be the y-intercept. When x is 0, it tells us where it crosses the y. Okay? So the y-intercept for this thing is 2. Okay? Well, let's plug in 0 for y to find out what the x-intercept is. This just goes away. 2x equals 6. Divide by 2, and x equals 3. So the x-intercept is 3. Now, Bella, this makes it so much easier to graph. It makes it fast. Okay? We draw our y and our x. We know that the y-intercept is 2. So I'll put a dot on the y at 2. And then the x-intercept is 3. I'll put a dot on the x-intercept at 3. And I'm done. That's it.
I like this stuff.
That's easy. That's easy. That's the second way that we're going to learn how to graph an equation. I'm going to teach you a third way that everybody uses. It's called the slope-intercept form. It uses the function form to graph line. And it's quick, and it works every time. Okay? All right, let's look at the next one.